Any videos for quite some time, and this video is going to be basically to answer some of the frequently asked questions and maybe a little extra proof that I've actually lost the weight, that I am the one who's in all of the transformation pictures for any one of you who has actually watched my From Fat to Fit transformation video, because I haven't had too many people who are real skeptical of it, but I've definitely had, a few. And so what I want to do with this video, first of all, is to sort of try to show you what I look like now. I haven't had any surgeries to take care of any excess skin or any kind of liposuction, any cosmetic surgeries at all. The only surgeries I've ever had were due to health problems. Basically, I'm just gonna try to show you what I look like. So, the pictures in the video, it's probably a little more difficult to see, and I'm gonna try to get a little closer up, and I don't know if the camera's gonna catch it or not, but you can see I still have the flappy skin on my arms, but I have also built some pretty good muscle. And in the pictures, because it's a distance away, it's really hard to see that there's this still, and I can pull it out, and it's gross and I don't like it, but at the same time I don't know that it's necessary to have surgery to remove it. I definitely have worked really hard to get to the point that I am, and it is frustrating for me to look in the mirror and see that, or to have my arm flap when I'm doing things, but that's pretty much all vanity. So, I mean, how vain do you need to be, right? From the back, it's not as visible, but there is, I mean, if I had that skin removed, my arm would be obviously a lot smaller. There's a pretty good chunk there. And I don't want that to discourage anyone from losing weight, because obviously a little extra skin is a way better thing than to have, my arms used to be massively huge and they were fat. I mean, there was some muscle underneath there, obviously, but it was overall fat. And if I were to show you pictures, in fact, that picture on my From Fat to Fit video, the one where I'm sitting with my child, was taken about a year after he was born, and you can see my arms are just massive in that picture. I mean, and that's why I have so much extra skin, and I've always had huge arms anyway. And I've been overweight my entire life. I was overweight as a child. When I was in high school, there was a period where I went through where I actually lost 60 pounds because I pulled my head out of my rear end and actually started to eat better and control my portions, and I exercised. I exercised a lot. But by the time that I was a senior in high school and I had got my first job as a waitress, and I started to slowly gain the weight back from there, and I went to college and gained some more weight, and so on and so forth. So until after a couple of pregnancies and not losing that weight, I was 270 pounds. So, and I'm only 5'6". Obviously way heavier than I should have been. So let me show you a little bit more. These are the abs that I've worked really hard to sculpt. And they'd be way better if there wasn't this over the top. And I'll try to show you as much as I can. I do have a scar from a surgery, but it wasn't a tummy tuck or anything, obviously, because look, if I had a tummy tuck, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be there. No liposuction or anything like that either. There is still stomach there, still extra skin, but I don't think it looks too bad for losing 125 pounds. And mine was stretched out to there, and I have very wide hips besides, so my skin has bounced back really pretty well. I was, 28 years old when I was actually losing the weight. I'm 35 now. The skin has shrunk a little bit more every year, it seems like. My friends have told me that I look better more and more every time that they see me. So the skin does, through time and effort, because you can't just backslide. I eat healthy, and I do still exercise, and I do multiple different kinds of exercise. I do Pilates, I do cardio, walking, jogging, I've done stair stepping, I also do muscle building exercises, weight training. everything from light weights and more repetitions to heavy weights and low repetitions. Circuit training is what I'm doing right now. It's a progression, and you constantly have to be, you don't want your body to just stall, and you want to actually keep progressing. You have to keep changing your exercise, adding more stuff, and you have to be consistent with your eating too. And I'm not 100% consistent with eating healthy either. I have my bad habits that, you know, but if you can 80% of the time eat really good and clean, eat low fat, high fiber, eat more fruits and vegetables, I'm living proof that it works. So, and you really have to learn how to think about yourself in a better way and not be negative about everything. So, so I showed you the abs. I also, the other main spot that I have major problems with, it's going to be hard for me to show you this. Maybe I'll stand up on the couch and be able to show you. Is right here in this lovely inner thigh area. I have a huge amount of extra skin and fat cells right in there, and that drives me crazy too. There's extra back here. There's even extra right in here. And I basically, I don't know, I mean, the lowest I've been is 137 pounds, which, you know, at 5'6" is not too bad of a weight, and I'm very, very muscular. So people tell me that I look very thin. I, in my mind, still think I'm big, but you know, that's just a psychological thing. And I don't know how thin I would have to get for any of this extra stuff to actually go away. And I really think that there would still be, I'd never be 100% happy. I think the only way that I could actually be okay with it all is to have the surgeries and to remove all that extra signs. But at the same time, I don't feel that's necessary. I don't have the money to do it. I don't want to be out of commission for several weeks, and there are always risks in having any kind of surgery. I mean, yeah, for vanity's sake, I would, you know, love to be able to do it and look like a model, but chances are it's never going to happen. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm getting better with it all the time. But those are the main spots, and I do have stretch marks. I had stretch marks